Hey, this is Dave Gardner, and I just want to reach out and say hi. Just tell you a little bit about myself. I have been working online for at least since 2009, probably when I bought my first product. But even before then, I was doing a little bit more with things like eBay, and I've always had sales in my blood. Now, a little bit of a background story back in high school, just to give you a little bit of the idea of what I've done as far as taking action in order to be successful. And that's basically what I want to talk about today, really, is to stress the idea of taking action. The only thing I can ever guarantee right now is that you will not be successful if you don't take action starting today. So even just going back to high school, I ended up playing, multiple sports throughout school, and I did pretty well academically. I wasn't, super high honor roll, but I wasn't, average either. I had pretty much honor roll and high honor roll all the way through, but I had to bust my tail in order to do it. I had to come home and study hard in order to get those good grades to carry through. Okay, I had to put that effort through. Now, when I would go back and forth and play sports, one of the sports I loved growing up, even as a little kid, was lacrosse, but I also loved baseball, and they both were on the same season. So I ended up playing baseball through my freshman year for the school. But then I, kind of switched things around, and a lot of my friends were playing lacrosse, and I'd always played over the summers, and some of my former coaches from football were also the lacrosse coaches. So because I liked them so much, I wanted to start playing lacrosse. It was a little more physical, a little more contact, and I could hang out with my friends a little bit more. So the whole idea is that my sophomore year in high school, I made the lacrosse team. I didn't play a lot, but I made the lacrosse team, and it was a great thing to do. But I just kind of went through the motions. I really didn't take action and do, go above and beyond what I really needed to do and take those necessary steps to become one of those better players. Now, this holds true in your business life, and your athletic life, and your family life. What can you do to go above and beyond, to try to make yourself that better person, to your population, I guess, or whoever you're hanging out with. So my junior year, I did not make the team. Okay, and it was kind of like a shock, but at the same time, I was kind of like, okay, well, as my favorite saying is, you get out of it what you put into it. I know I didn't really put a lot of effort in, but the coaches didn't give up on me. They actually asked if I wanted to coach. So I actually coached lacrosse as a junior in high school for the modified team. One of the best experiences I could ever have, and I've loved the idea of coaching since, but it also instilled the idea that I have to bust my ass if I want to succeed. Now, you might be reading this or watching this, and listening to this thinking, I'm going to start a new business, I'm going to start a new sport, I'm going to start a new hobby, and just kind of, pussyfoot around a little bit, excuse my language, but you're going to go in there and just half-ass it. It's not going to happen. Okay, you have to put some effort in. Now, some people, granted, are lucky and they can make things happen really quick. Maybe they have a big advertising budget, maybe they have a big downline already, and they just make things happen like that. But for the majority of the people, it's not going to happen. Okay, probably 90+% of the people, they're going to have to put some effort in. The question is, are you going to quit or not? Okay, hopefully you don't quit. I didn't quit. I busted my tail every day all summer. I was there basically every day on the wall, playing lacrosse, going to the drills, working out after school, hitting the weights, using a weighted lacrosse shaft, using all these training tools, going to all the training practices, going to morning practices, day in and day out, and I made it. Okay, as a senior, I made the lacrosse team where he could have kept or picked someone that was younger and then developed them for a couple of years. But because of the character that I had and the the will that I had and the desire I had, he saw that I was going to be someone that was going to help that team out, whether it was a starter, whether it was a position player or practice. That's part of the team, okay? And that's the idea, is that you see that effort, and the effort is shown from different levels of that actual team. So, that's kind of one story right there, for me, and I've kind of lived that way my whole life, that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. Now, that same year, my senior year in the fall, I was #1 in sales in my class magazine drive. Now, it might sound menial, but where some people were maybe doing 1 or 2 or 3 sales and getting this or that, I had 50 sales. Okay, I had 51 sales, and I won a whole bunch of stuff. So I love winning prizes and I love winning contests. So you might hear my name and see my name in some of the affiliate sale contests, because I love to get out there and I love that thrill of winning that prize. So I won things even back then. I won my cap and gown. I won my high school yearbook. I won my senior ball tickets. I won my senior mugs. Okay, I won all these things. A couple $100 worth of prizes. To high school senior is a pretty good deal. Now at this point, a couple $100 still is pretty nice every now and again. I'm not going to downplay it. The whole idea is that I still have that same mindset. I'm going to keep going and going and going until I know I've achieved that success, and then I want to do it even more. Okay, so I've spread myself around at different niches, and I've kind of dove into other areas as well, but I've also reached out to people that know more than me. Okay, one of those whole ideas is I've always tried to look up to other people and emulate what people are doing, whether it was a move on the lacrosse field, learning how people did stuff, or whether it's in business, learning what's working for them. I'm always trying to learn more. And the mind is this endless little part of your body that can continue to expand and expand and expand. And when you combine that with other people in the form of a mastermind, for example, it just becomes exponential. So whether it, again, is you starting a new task, or you starting maybe a new hobby, or maybe starting a new diet, as I'm going to say, you get out of it what you put into it. I'll be here to help you out, maybe give you suggestions and tips, okay, whether it's marketing, whether it's lacrosse. Shoot me up with a question. I'll be there to lend my expertise as much as I can. But again, I just always want to keep in mind that I'm not the smartest one out there. I might be smarter than you at this point, but my goal is to help you continue to escalate to get that level and then keep going beyond. Okay, I'm going to keep going up. You're going to go up. We're going to go up together. Okay, it's all about climbing that ladder to success, and I'm with you for the ride. All right. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, leave your comments and questions below, and I'd be glad to make a connection with you. Thanks.